Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and man, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are already doing some serious damage. In fact, it seems like they just might have gotten Piers Morgan fired. That's right. Piers Morgan, man. I remember Piers from America's Got Talent. He got imported over from Britain's Got Talent. He was always sort of the Simon Cowell, the mean one, who sort of said it like it was. He then went on to win Celebrity Apprentice with Donald Trump. I actually used to watch Celebrity Apprentice before Trump became a president. I enjoyed him as a rebel rouser, crazy person boss on that show. He was always a showman, and Piers fit right in. So Piers and Trump, they're buddies. A lot of people don't like Piers for that reason, as well as a lot of the comments he's made on his show. But whatever you think of Piers, he was bringing in ratings. This dude was never afraid to say what he thought. And I was kind of shocked that he was getting away with some of the stuff he was saying. But then I was seeing the views that were coming in over the past couple days of Good Morning Britain as this Meghan Markle interview was wrapping up. But they were just skyrocketing in views as Piers went off against his co-host Susanna Reid, as well as every sort of pundit that came in. You're a liar and a disgrace was this one, where she was just screaming at him. This woman Trisha Goddard was actually really polite and nice to Piers, but this one was a really heated conversation as well, talking about the race topic. And then Megyn Kelly jumped in and was sort of on Piers's side, and then people didn't like her. Anyway, long story short, then they brought in Meghan Markle's dad after Meghan made it clear that she didn't want him to. That's the kind of place Good Morning Britain is. Drama, tabloid, TMZ-like place where you're going to get, a lot of that stuff. But it really all came to a head when Piers stormed off the set. And so Piers stormed off the set of the morning show as his colleague, I guess it's Alex Bezerra. I'm not familiar with all these British people, so tell me in the comments, correct me if I'm saying something wrong. But he stormed off of set. Here's Alex Bezerra, who's defending Harry and Meghan, and I watched the clip. I think both Piers and Alex have things to say. I agree more with Alex than I do with Piers, but I also can see where Piers is coming from and why he has some problems with her. But at the same time, Piers is clearly obsessed with her, and I'll explain why in a second. I will play that clip. But here's one. I got to talk over it.
Behind his mother's coffin.
He's talking about how
globe. That is going to shape
how the death of Diana has shaped the death. And I got to talk over it so I don't go crazy, but I want to show you this one because he walks off.
Rest of his life.
He's defending why that sort of death of Diana would put him in this different mindset.
So I think that we need to all take a step back.
Yes, take a step back.
I understand that you don't like Meghan Markle.
Here he is. He's just calling out Piers like, I understand you don't like Meghan Markle.
You've made it so clear.
He has made it clear. Apologies for talking over him, but I have to for commentary's sake.
Times on this program.
Here's seething Piers Morgan. I know you don't like her. You've made that clear numerous times.
A number of times. And I understand that you've got a personal relationship with...
They did have a personal relationship. I'm going to play that clip in a second.
Meghan Markle had one, and she cut you off. She's entitled to cut you off.
Facts. Apparently, Piers is upset because they had a friendship of some sort or a moment, and then she decided to never talk to him again.
If she wants to. Has she said anything about you since she cut you off? I don't think she has, but...
She hasn't.
Yet you continue to trash her.
Okay, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, mate, but not my own.
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do this.
This is absolutely diabolical behaviour.
Diabolical behaviour.
I'm sorry, but Piers spouts off on a regular basis, and we all have to sit there and listen. 6:30 to 7 o'clock.
10 million views this garnered, and this was it. This guy quietly, calmly called Piers out. And the truth is, he's not wrong. Alex isn't wrong here. Piers wants to dish all the heat in his way, but he doesn't want to do it the other way around. And if you actually go, here's here's sort of the energy that was happening on that set.
Alex, yes.
Well, hang on. I'll become Alex in a sec.
Okay, all right, I'll wait.
Well,
would you mind waiting?
Well, actually, I don't know, no. Carry on.
To you, mate. I was just going to...
The tension is just palpable. Him and Susanna, I don't know how his co-host Susanna does it. She's constantly just... As Steph said, well, she's getting paid a lot. And she's just constantly staying there while Piers overtalks. It takes over the conversation, never lets her speak, always is demeaning and moves on to the next person. And even while she'll try to take over and go to a guest, because she's the co-host, he'll just interrupt her. And even at a few points during this show, she couldn't hold it in anymore. And here's the beginning of the show where Piers makes a comment about his another co-host.
Morning. Here she is. I'll forget.
It's a dress.
I'll forget.
It's just a dress. What?
How
Lovely.
it's not a dress, is it?
It's not a dress. Look at you wearing this short skirt. Must mean it's summer, because why else would you wear such a short skirt on TV? This is literally how the show started. This is sort of what Piers does. And she's just sort of playing along because she has to. But look, I can see how in the current culture we live in, of calling people out of cancel culture, I was shocked that Piers had this platform and people hadn't sort of gotten upset with him. So my gut was right. Even he can't make it in this environment anymore. He's now gone. Apparently, the announcement came after they launched an investigation after it received more than 41,000 complaints regarding a comment made by the presenter following Harry and Meghan's interview. In a statement, the broadcaster said, following discussions with ITV, Piers Morgan has decided now is the time to leave Good Morning Britain. We have accepted this decision and we have nothing further to add. Duchess of Sussex opened up about her suicide thoughts, etc., in the royal family. Where she just didn't want to be alive anymore. After the clip aired, Morgan said during Monday's program, "I'm sorry, I don't believe a word she says." And so that really set people off. Like, how dare you not say, well, if she felt suicidal, you got to support her and say that that's fair. Which I'd agree. That's unfair of him to say that she's using that as a marketing spin. I didn't get that vibe from the interview either. But he did clarify later when we talked about this yesterday. I was saying an all-encompassing thing. I don't believe what Meghan Markle says, in general in this interview. I still have serious concerns about the velocity of what she said, but let me state for the record my position about mental illness and on suicide. These are clearly extremely serious things that should be taken extremely seriously, and if someone is feeling that way, they should get the treatment and help they need every time. Clearly, someone spoke to him and was like, Piers, what the hell are you doing? You can't mock her mental health issues. And the reality is, how dare he sort of assume or know what real mental health issues she was going through? I think she was a reliable witness. Do I think she was also trying to be famous and do some other things? Sure. I can see a little bit of the middle. But at the end of that interview, I'm sorry, I think she was put through the ringer. I don't think they're victims in any stretch of the imagination, but I do believe both her and Harry were trapped in a place. We talked all about it. You can watch our breakdown, me and Steph. My dumb American reaction to that, I'll put it at the end of this video. This is where it all came to a head, because he put that out, and then because he was coming at everybody hard, and the ratings were going up ginormously for Good Morning Britain. Clearly, that was in the good, but at the end of the day, too many complaints, too many people, I'm sure even in the own staff, were just had enough is enough. You could just get the vibe as you watch the show. I think this was the clip. I got to be careful of what let me make sure I don't stupid ads here. As I go through it, there's literally one instance where Susanna is just like so frustrated she can't even speak, and I don't know how she was doing it.
They trashed William.
About
they trashed the monarchy, the institution. And you know what? We're going to bring in Chris Ship here. Chris.
And then they're over talking each other for the whole beginning, and then he's like, all right, we're just going to bring in Chris because he doesn't want to hear her.
I got to say, I watched this interview.
And then Chris is stuck there.
with my jaw dropping like everybody else.
And then
B with mounting.
He sort of takes charge of everything.
Anger, mainly because I could see the way it is already playing in America and around the world.
Him reacting to sort of how it all went down.
This is a caricature portrait of our monarchy and royal family.
And so he talks, and she's going to eventually...
I think is contemptible. I've got to be honest with you.
Okay, you said that you wanted your say, and we've let you have your say. Can I just have my say as well on this? They have dropped bombshells, no doubt.
And so this, bravo, I like the Susanna, because she's tough as nails here, and she doesn't lose her cool on it, but she'll stay her mind. And I think bravo to her for being able to try to get a word in edgewise with Piers, and as he just sort of like... Fine. All right. Hijack the show, woman. Say what you want. Hurry up. Better be worth it. That's how it feels when you're watching the show, I got to be honest. So anyway, that's the vibe. There was serious contention going on, contempt rather, going on behind the scenes. And so I'm not surprised that he was canceled. And so here he is, his last tweet, Piers sort of acknowledging TikTok is what he said. A lot of comments, a lot of, I don't even know how people are going to react. Canby for being disgusting, douche canoe without the backbone to take the softer criticism that he dishes out. That's a fair. Even he acknowledges he was being a snowflake at a certain point, because he's acknowledging the fact that I should have. This is he says he did finally admit it. Oh yeah, what a snowflake Piers Morgan turns out to be. If you dish it out, you've got to be able to take it. Facts. Agreed. I was annoyed, went for a little cool down, and came back to finish the discussion. He says the debate that followed was very strong, so worth a bit of GMA family tension. Clearly acknowledging that there was a bigger problem behind the scenes, and this one clearly was it, where he leaned in so heavy to trash Meghan Markle. It made me wonder, like, why? What was the difference? Also, let's not ignore this. This is facts here. Anybody doesn't understand. Unbelievable that Prince Andrew interview was worst royal crisis in 85 years. And someone says, unbelievable. Prince Andrew's interview was 85 years ago. Prince Andrew is the real embarrassment of the royal family, and it's shocking that they've been protecting him as long as they have. Am I allowed to say that? I need to put my disclaimer up. I've said nothing against the guidelines, YouTube human reviewer. Don't you dare say I have otherwise. But this is an important clip to play here, because why does he hate Meghan Markle so much?
We had 2 hours in the pub. She had a couple of dirty martinis, had a couple of pints. We got on brilliantly. And then I put her in a cab, and it turned out to be a cab that took her to a party where she met Prince Harry. And then the next night, they had a solo dinner together, and that was the last I ever heard from Meghan Markle.
So he's jealous. Keep listening.
And I have never heard from her again.
So what happened?
She ghosted me, Ryan. Meghan Markle ghosted me.
Did she? Do you think she just went? Gone?
I'm afraid. Look, I really liked her. This is why it hurts. No, I really liked her.
I really liked her. It's why it hurts. I mean, that's damningly revealing, Piers, of why you're so obsessed with her. Because she rejected you. You had a nice row and a bunch of drinks, and then she went off and met a prince who's way better than you. Sorry, and he's mad that she chose him, and he sort of goes off on the fact in this interview with Alex. They talk about it more in depth. The fact that it's like, I understand you had a row with her, and she cuts people off, and that upsets you. So that tells you the type of person she is. But man, he really has it off for Meghan Markle. But anyway, all of this story, all this drama, everything aside, that's happened. I'm still shocked he was fired. Should he have been fired? No. He had difference of opinions. He said some stupid things. He's apologized. He's definitely more, I guess, the other side of the political spectrum over there in Britain than most. Should he have the right to say what he wants to say? Yes. Now, with all those complaints coming in, no, I don't think anyone should lose their job, and I don't think even as rude as he was, which I do believe he was rude in a lot of the clips with the over talking, a lot of the things he was saying, talking over people, etc. And I do believe he has a massively against Meghan Markle to an extent where it seems there's definitely some bias there. He has a right to think what he wants. And do I feel like he crossed the line in any of those interviews? Not that I saw. Now, maybe there's something I missed. Even in the statement that they're saying, I do believe he was just sort of generalizing. It was just bad timing on his part, and he did clarify it. He made it very clear that's not what he meant. To me, it's like that's why he's gone. Is it because his coworkers don't want to interact with him anymore? I don't know. But at the end of the day, should he have been fired? No, I don't believe he should be fired. I don't believe anyone should be fired for disagreements and statements. But with Piers Morgan, it's more than just statements with him. It's a whole attitude, and it's a whole way he treats people on that show. I watched it, and I could see it's very off-putting, and I could see that it made people very angry. But more often than not, beyond sort of the way he handles himself, which I think he could be better at, what he's saying is his right to say it. And it's clear what he was saying was bringing in the views. These views were astronomically high, as even he tweeted on one of his tweets recently. I think I have it here. That the ratings were up ginormously because of because of what it is. Anyway, look, at the same time, him bringing in the father again right at the gate. It just shows the type of person and type of outlet they are. It's a tabloid. I don't love tabloid journalism. So people have the right, though, to listen. What are we going to do? Censor them and not others? This is a can of worms. It's interesting. They are saying he's left. They've agreed to leave, but it seems like too many complaints, too many problems. Piers agreed, well, then I'm just going to bail. And maybe they didn't think maybe he thought they wouldn't let him due to the ratings. Who knows? Piers is very outspoken. I am sure we'll be hearing more about this topic from him and whether he believes he was canceled unfairly, fired unfairly. But I'm curious what you think. And if you know Piers Morgan or you watch him out there, react, educate me. I don't know him enough. I've found him entertaining from afar, but it seems like he also has said some pretty problematic things as well. I'm curious. Tell me your thoughts below. If you haven't already subscribed, why don't you consider hitting that subscribe button, smash that bell to all alerts, as well as the like button, and leave a comment on your thoughts on this story as well as Piers Morgan. Where do you stand? Also, it should be clear, there is the royal family. I sort of said it jokingly that Meghan and Harry have gotten him fired, but even now the royal communications have come forward and have addressed. This is issued by the Queen herself. On behalf of the whole family, is saddened to learn the full extent of how challenging the last few years have been for Harry and Meghan. The issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately. Harry, Meghan, and Archie will always be much loved family members. I mean, this is about as safe as you get while also addressing the clear problems that many other people are having with what was revealed. Them almost acknowledging the fact that, yes, we know something happened, but we will be handling it privately. Thank you so much for your time and thoughts. But this is telling. They're clearly not going to condemn Meghan, Harry, and Archie, and they're telling everyone else to not do it. They are loved. We are sorry what they went through. We are going to deal with all of the issues raised, but they specifically call it the race one because I think that's what's getting the most heat out there in the world. Who said it? Why'd they say it? And they're sort of saying, well, look, we don't know why the recollections may be hazy, but we're going to take this seriously and we're going to address it internally. What else do you expect? What else are they going to do? They're trying to just sort of let this die. And Piers Morgan was an ally to the Queen. He was clearly one who didn't want Meghan out there riling it up the way he did. So this is telling. This is telling. Curious what you guys think. Tell me down in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button. Watch these videos as well. Tell me what you think on this British issues drama. Thank you for watching.